Welcome back, everybody. We're getting ready for round two. In case you didn't watch round one, we were actually playing Golgari Elves with Lurrus as our companion. And also, if you're seeing this screen, we're still working the kinks out of our stream, so you'll see this on occasion because we're switching back and forth on our screens.
Yep, it was pretty sweet playing against Eldrazi Tron in round one. We got Chaliced on turn two, both games 1 and 2, and found a way to beat it anyway. So that was pretty sweet. I thought that in game two, the thought seizing the Karn and letting them have the Chalice was a really important factor in us winning that game too.
Yep, not letting them have the ensnaring bridge option was just so huge for us winning. I don't think we would have won if he had Karn on the board.
No way. I don't know how much we really talked about it on screen in round one, but Karn plus Bridge against us, the way we talked about not having a way to deal with artifacts in our 75, which could be wrong. Could be okay though. We talked about maybe cards like Caustic Caterpillar, Seal of Primordium would be cards that maybe would need to be in the 75 if Etron were popular. But I don't think it's too bad of a way to build the deck right now because Ensnaring Bridge isn't that popular. But we talked about how the way our deck is built, pretty much we really can't beat Karn plus Bridge because not only can we not attack them, Ballista can't activate because of the Karn static. So we are incredibly cold to Ensnaring Bridge as is.
I 100% agree with that, and you, like I said, the suggestions you gave us just seem really good. And maybe in the future, if we are going to continue with this deck, we would go ahead and mess around with it. Like we mentioned, this was from one of our viewers and fans on social media of Swish Gaming that they said, hey, we would love to see some good old classic elves incorporated with some new stuff. And we're like, all right, well, Lurrus is a cool companion. Why not we give it a shot?
Yeah.
So here we are.
We're
currently 1-0, playing some Golgari Elves and see how we can do in this round.
Yep.
And it does look like we lost to Dyro, so unfortunately we're 0-2 on that.
Whatever. Die rolls don't mean a ton if you're still winning. So
all right, well, we'll reveal our Lurrus.
They have a Lurrus? They do. Okay. So probably playing against red. That's my guess. I think that's a pretty reasonable start.
Yep.
In these matchups.
We have Mana Dork into turn 2 lead the Stampede.
Yeah, I mean I think we're definitely keeping this hand.
Yep. It does what we
can't
want.
Really ship it. Deck will be. I mean we're going to be pretty cold to threat plus a bunch of removal. Lava Dart's a disaster for our deck, but that's just kind of how it is.
Post-board, I think we get a little bit better with the weather and the storms, which can catch them off guard because I can guarantee they won't be playing around it.
We'll get better.
And this looks like the Rectos build, and we're getting
Inquisition is fine. Definitely not the worst thing that could happen on turn one.
Assuming Mana Dork possibly, and then they'll remove the second Mana Dork is probably their game
plan. There's also a world where they just take the lead because they don't want us to have any real advantage spell. It depends how much removal is in their hand. So we'll see what they do.
Yep, and worst case scenario, we're gonna have a Visionary on turn 2, which is gonna be huge. They took the Lord.
Okay,
interesting. Okay,
that's kind of a surprise to me, honestly.
Yeah, that wasn't even on my radar of cards that they might have took.
I guess maybe they have no removal at all. That'd be pretty wild, but I mean it's possible. Their deck does.
Guess we'll go with the Llanowar Elves.
Their deck technically, I mean this version plays what they play. They still have a lot of removal. They got 4 bolts, 3 pushes usually, and is this
double?
Maybe this isn't an act. Oh, yeah, maybe this is Dark Confidant. Are we playing against Jund? Maybe we're playing against Jund.
I guess it could be Jund.
That would make the take a little more understandable.
But even so,
that's a more no.
Okay, nope.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they just don't have removal. We're gonna hope they miss on Bauble here because it's pretty much the only thing they can play. Sweet, I'm happy to see a Morphos go away.
This is looking like a lead turn, just so we can gain.
I think actually I would play Visionary Mystic just so.
Oh, that's actually not the worst.
That's a pretty good draw too. I think we just want to accelerate mana into this Collected Company that our opponent doesn't even know about.
Yeah, that is actually. We did draw the Collected Company because that does change up the plan a little bit.
I think it does a lot. Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and we'll leave a Visionary first.
Yep, I mean, let's accelerate that mana. Let's try and get a Coco going.
Visionary's a good chump blocker.
Yep. All right, that'll be very good next turn as well. So even if our opponent interacts with a mana guy here, we still just get to go crazy with Nettle Sentinel Heritage Druid nonsense. So.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Yep.
I think we're just going to
I don't think we're supposed to block.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think our game plan is just to have a
when all our guys represent mana, I think we're just definitely supposed to keep. Now, ooh, Kalagan's command, interesting. Okay, so I'd imagine they kill a dork and make us discard.
Yep.
Okay. So the question then is, what are we supposed to pitch? It's kind of a tough call because.
So let's think this out for a second. So let's hypothetically, we'll go down the line. Let's say we discard Lead the Stampede.
Yep.
Right? We discard Lead. So this turn we'll have the 1 mana dork and 2 mana up. We can play the Nettle Sentinel. We can play the Heritage Druid.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you cast a green spell, okay, I didn't know if it was out of the battlefield, so we could respond to it.
Cast. Now here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the Lead the Stampede and Coco are 2 cards that we probably just shouldn't discard because how much value they give us.
So maybe we should get rid of the Sentinel.
I think we get rid of the Sentinel. We can replay it with Lurrus later, so it's not the end of the world to lose it. And
I'm in.
Yeah. So I think this still sets us up for the best turn.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
so we'll go ahead and do that. We'll play the Heritage Druid.
I think we might just Coco now because...
I think we're going Coco now because we could potentially still lead this turn.
If we hit Dwynen's Elite.
Yep.
Yeah, Dwynen's Elite plus another elf. So, yeah, I definitely like that.
So we're going to go 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
Company.
Yep.
It doesn't really matter.
I don't think we should lose a life if we...
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Probably Clan... Okay, so... I think it's probably just Clan Caller Visionary.
That's what I'm thinking.
Draw a card, get our Lord into play. Keep just getting elves all over the table, make him have to deal with these things.
Oh, no.
Okay, not the end of the world. Not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Any order. So that was a bit of a misclick there, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. No, Sentinel's pretty good with Druid, so that could be beneficial.
Absolutely. Yep. I mean, it's definitely not the end of the world.
Drawing the card would have been nice, though. For sure.
We would have liked a card, but here we are. So I think we should definitely
block with the Sentinel, I believe.
Yeah,
I think we're kind of have to because we're in a danger zone where they can actually...
you don't just want to do nothing against
Now
the
they
stack
get some prowess. When we played Mill, we died pretty hard.
Yeah, Cling to Dust, sure thing. You got it.
Interesting. Take that company.
He's doing it to draw a card. This is a signal that his hand isn't the best, which, makes sense. Fatal Push.
Okay.
Or another Cling. I would assume it's Fatal Push on our Ward, but I am not certain. Another Cling. Okay. Yep. Which is fine.
Makes sense.
And now like a Lava Dart or something.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Not shocked.
Nope. No surprise at all, really. This is why we blocked. We were worried about our opponent doing something like this. So.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's obviously,
So I think we're gonna go ahead and lead.
Yeah. What cards do we have? So we could also go Lurrus and play the Heritage Druid again.
That's actually relevant too.
That's probably better. I think
then we can still lead.
Yes.
No,
we can't because our land enters tapped.
Yes,
unfortunately. Right. But I still think we're supposed to do that.
Yeah, because Lurrus also has lifelink.
Yep. I mean, our Lurrus likely going to die, but it's fine. It's kind of what we got to do here, I think.
I have to agree with you.
Okay. We're going to Fetch Shock Cling us again. That would be totally okay, because then they don't draw a card. All right, no. Just a fetch, just to get it done, so they don't have to...
Probably the 6. We were saying the Heritage.
Heritage Druid, yeah. I think we definitely want a lot of mana next turn. Player tap lane, go.
Yep. Most likely this turn, if If allowed, we're gonna just jump with the Visionary because, like, again, we can't just sit here and
Yeah, the
take
deck is
taking that
super
damage.
dangerous. And
Like, game ones are not our good games. Like, I can tell
Nope.
you that. I don't think post-war were super favored by any means. I think they're
No.
still favored,
No. Yeah.
but I think we have more fight.
Yep. I mean, the deck's like the boogeyman of the format for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just
Like,
really, really good. And that's just kind of how it is.
yep. Get all the clings.
Yeah.
Cling's a pretty cool card.
Oh, buddy, another Lava Dart. I'm surprised he went there instead of kill the Lurrus, but maybe he has another.
Yeah, he could very well have another way to do it.
Yeah, we'll see. Or maybe he just values his lands. I guess he just thought it was better to kill all the elves. I don't know if I like that line, to be honest. I think killing Lurrus made a lot more sense.
Right.
They just okay. I'm really surprised, honestly.
Yeah, that's an interesting play.
Pretty strange.
All right, well, we don't play in the land. Do we just lead?
We probably lead first
Yeah.
for information purposes. Oh, buddy.
Wow.
That ain't it. Well, we're gonna take that and we're gonna play.
I think
probably
it's a Visionary. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
That was a horrible.
That's about as bad as it gets. But we'll replay Visionary. I think we're just attacking with Lurrus. We're not going to block with it, so I don't think we're winning the game where we're blocking with Lurrus. So.
I agree. Yep.
Just gain that life and get a little pressure on them.
That was wild.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
that's magic variance.
Yep. Sometimes sometimes you miss on leads, sometimes you miss on Coco. It's how the world works, and it is what it is.
Yep.
Definitely think we still are in a pretty okay spot.
Yeah, we're not.
Again, really surprised our opponent just didn't kill our Lurrus.
Hooligan's Command, maybe?
I think it's a Lurrus. Yep, it's a Lurrus. They don't have Bauble, so I feel fine about where we are. I assume they just attack with... Okay, yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think we just take that one.
Yeah, I don't think... We already have Pete lands to draw cards, so yeah, I wouldn't block. I think we want to make...
it's just one. I think we got to soak it and use that to soak up more damage than that.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're playing Clan Caller this turn to just make our elves relevant.
Yep.
We probably want to...
I think we're supposed to cycle this.
Yeah, let's cycle the one that's in play if we're going to do that.
Agreed. Okay.
That's pretty sweet. So now we probably just go Clan Caller. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And now we have good blocks.
Yeah, and now Lava Dart doesn't kill anything, which is really nice. At least not, 1-for-1.
He doesn't have actual good attacks now, which is huge.
Yeah, really.
He can flashback one Cling, it looks like.
Yep, he can flashback a Cling, but that's not a huge deal. Our graveyard is loaded, and he doesn't get to draw a card if he goes with that line. I also think it's Exile 5 or something. Can you hover over Cling real quick? I just want to read how many you have to exile. It's a lot. Yeah, it's
exile 5 other cards.
Yeah, so I would assume he's actually going to just hit non-creatures because he really needs cards right now. He's falling behind in the card advantage race.
I have to agree with you.
What does he hit? And I guess he might hit the... Yeah, and he did go with the Pete land, yeah, so that's a signal that my hand is weak.
Yep. And those are the small things that you have to notice during the game of Magic is any little advantage that you can get based off of.
Yep, absolutely.
Hand signals, buy signals, all that.
Yep, all that, yep. Actually, I think we're in a pretty good position now, because next turn we get to replay this Heritage Druid out of our yard, and then we can tutor up another Clan Caller with one of the Clan Callers. Yep. That's a great draw,
pretty good, too.
So, yeah, I definitely think we start by replaying this Heritage Druid.
I agree.
And we get to start kind of going nuts.
So I like playing this.
Yeah, I mean, we just get to play both our elves here.
Yep.
And honestly, attacking with Visionary seems pretty darn free to me, because
we haven't played anything out the graveyard yet.
so let's just do, how much mana are we gonna need?
So we could go 1, 2, 3.
We need to not. So actually, we can't attack if we want to tutor. So
Well, we can, and we just have to tap this mana.
well, remember, you need.
Oh no,
it
because
works
has,
in threes.
Yep,
so,
you're right. You're right.
Yeah, I guess then we just play our land and pass.
Yep.
Yeah, play our land and
Yep.
pass.
I think that's the correct call. He still don't have good attacks, which that's excellent.
Oh no, yeah, and yeah, really no attacks at all, which is great. That's fine. I assume he's just going to redraw. That's good for us. That's 2 mana he doesn't get to use this turn.
Yep. Very huge.
He is definitely on the back foot when we tutor another clan caller. We might just be able to attack them all out next turn and kill them. So, yeah, let's
all right.
go
so
ahead.
I think we do that.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3.
Yep. And then make sure you don't tap the other clan caller for
Yep.
mana.
1, 2, 3. Yep. They saw the writing on the wall.
Yep. They didn't want
that was pretty sweet right there.
Yeah, awesome. I mean,
thought we played very well. So
I agree. Again, really strange. Our opponent didn't just double Lavadar the Lurrus. That almost certainly would have beat us. So that was nice that they didn't do that.
Thankfully, that's a hard.
Yeah, the red black deck's definitely a hard deck to play perfectly all the time. So is any deck, but the red black deck has definitely a lot of decisions to make. He definitely should not have let us have the value from Lurrus and the lifelinker too. Just too much.
I agree. Yep. Now post board. We mentioned this on Weather the Storm and Fatal Push are probably going to be.
Weather the Storm, Fatal Push, and Soul Guide Lantern are definitely all coming in here. They're all solid cards in the matchup. Soul Guide Lantern generates us cards, Fatal Push being an important removal spell, and Weather the Storm can maybe cause our opponent to make a bad attack that they think they have us, and then they don't, and then maybe we can kill them in the backswing type of stuff.
Yep.
So we're going to go with.
Now the cuts. I think Finales might be too slow for this matchup.
Yeah, Finale definitely seems not great.
Yep, especially on the draw. There's no way that card could be good.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The next cards that we think aren't good.
I would assume Lead the Stampede.
Yeah, I was leaning towards Lead the Stampede was just a tad slow for what we're trying to do.
Yeah, maybe on the play we'll reconsider. But I don't love it on the draw.
So we have to bring in 3, 6, 7 cards. We have 3, 4, 5. We have to have 2 cuts.
I assume we're potentially supposed to just cut some, like one of our 1 mana, like a couple of our 1 mana 1/1s, just to maybe make Lavadar a little less ridiculous against us.
Maybe the correct call is I'm cutting 1 Mystic, 1 Elf. Llanowar.
We could do that. We could also trim on Heritage Druid.
Maybe it's just 2 Heritage Druids, and we want to keep our 1 mana seller creatures, and because Heritage Druid takes some setup.
Yeah, it takes setup, and it's going to be hard to set up against a deck with a million removal spells. So yeah, I think we try that here. I think this seems reasonable to me.
So yeah, we're gonna try this. Again, it's the 2 Weather Storm, 3 Fatal Push, 2 Soul Guide Lanterns, taking out 2 Heritage Druids, 3 Lead the Stampedes, and a 2 Finale of Devastation.
Yeah, and we'll see how it goes.
Yep, that's what we're going to give a try. And again, we're on the draw because we were able to take game 1. Them not killing that Lurrus game 1 was the huge point.
Yeah, it was definitely the turning point of the match, in my opinion.
All right, we have 1 land, we have Fatal Push, we have Llanowar, and we have Soul Guide Lantern.
I think we keep the sand.
Yeah, I think so. On the draw too, I think
it's not great, but I definitely don't think we're supposed to.
I think it's keepable.
It looks like this.
Sure, we're gonna go ahead and take 1. Yep. Now this is a turn we might just leave a Fatal Push.
It's possible. Probably not though. I think we just kind of have to play an elf. I think if we just. That's definitely not a card we'd like to Fatal Push. We'd like to Fatal Push a Lurrus or an Abbot or something. So I think we just need to play our elves and try and develop the board.
The only reason I was thinking about leaving Fatal Push because if we're able to kill the Swift Spirit, turns off light at the stage.
Yeah, that is true. I could see that, but I still think we kind of just need to develop.
Okay. Works for me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think they're both close lines.
They are. I mean,
But land
matter
stage,
what-
we're gambling that they would actually have the land stage, of course. Of course, they're going to now, just because I feel like that's how Magic works.
it
But
could be. I think our hand being the way it is with not having another land, like we kind of just need to hope they don't kill the elf here, and then next turn we can go like elf then push, or just elf and like get mana.
I could tell he didn't have it. The main reason is because he played a land before swinging, because that was a free swing right there.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah.
And I expect him to seal this land or elf. Okay, or he could just dart it.
Darting it. Yeah.
All right. Sure.
Yep. That's rough, but it is what it is. All right, that's a really important draw to.
I think we just play land or elf pass.
I don't hate actually Soul Guide Lantern, eat the Lava Dart, and then pass, but we could play the elf. I guess him sacking a land is like okay for us.
Yeah, because that puts him back, and then we got the push to save it.
Yeah, so
and the dart's gonna soak up and hit the land or elf. Yeah. So it's like we don't even actually need to get rid of it.
I actually think that's smart to try and bait him into using the Lava Dart, thinking about it more.
Knowing we have a fatal push at our disposal is very huge. Yeah. Be fair, he could have sealed as well.
I think this is an Abbott. It could be a Metamorphose too, but
I'm actually I'm not horrible on the seal play targeting our elf, because that's 2 damage we didn't take.
Yeah. So, I don't think that's going to happen.
Collective
brutality. Yep.
I do think we're going to go ahead and push this elf now.
Yeah,
not push the elf, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. Kill his guy, and then he misses on the brutality, so he kind of just 2-for-1'd himself, which is cool.
Yep.
Yeah. And Collective Brutality is a card we talked about.
He didn't even say he'd reveal their hand.
Oh, okay.
Regardless, we were going to get rid of it.
Yeah, we were probably doing that either way, so that's fine.
That's fine. Yep, I agree. All right. And now we can go ahead and eat the Lava Dart this turn.
Yeah, it's probably better to eat the Swift Spear, so that way he can't replay it with Lurrus.
Oh, that's true.
And then, we'll play the Mystic and say go. Yeah. So, I think that's what we're doing.
Actually, I think it's probably relevant to just like Soul Guy Lantern target the Lava Dart, so he can't ever use that now, and then he can't respond to a sack in the Soul Guy Lantern, because Soul Guy Lantern don't take anything to really activate it.
So you could do that. The one thing I don't love that, because I think him using Dart is fine. We're okay with him losing lands. Like, he already has a Seal of Fire that he can keep rebuying with the Lurrus, so we actually are fine with him sacking a land. He already has a thing that can kill the elf, and then he just keep replaying it. So I think we're just supposed to hit the Swift Spear. Because if he went land drop here and then played the Lurrus, I'd be pretty pressed to just sack the Lantern at that point, but then we don't get the Seal of Fire, which I don't like.
Yeah, that's
I think we just need to let him have the Dart. If he wants to trade a land for the Mystic, he may. And that's just kind of where we're at.
Would be nice if they let us draw a few lands to give us a little more spells per turn, but that's a 20 land deck.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you're a Mana Dork deck and you're playing against a Lava Dart deck, it's going to be tough sometimes to assemble mana. So
I agree, but we'll do what we can.
Mm-hmm.
Next turn, that's.
I mean, we have Soul Guide Lantern, so it's it's okay. If he plays Lurrus, we will absolutely nuke his yard here.
I agree.
I assume, would at that point probably Lava Dart us, but it is what it is. So,
all right. So let's
gonna respond to this, hit his yard, tell him no thanks, and this will really put some pressure on him to decide whether or not he wants to dart. Which he does do. So that's fine. I don't think that's the worst trade in the world for us. It's definitely not the best, but, it is what it is. Yeah.
All right. Probably just
Yeah, it's a really bad spot. The Seal of Fire recurring over and over again means that whatever we play is kind of just useless because it's just going to die and then he gets to replay.
Yep.
Um, I guess the best play is probably the Clan Caller because maybe we can set up a spot where we can Nettle Sentinel plus Elite later. Yeah,
Yep, that's probably good.
kind of all we got. We need to really rip like lands so we can Ballista for 2 and kill the Lurrus, and that's kind of the only hope to get back in this game. The Seal of Fire recurring is just really, really bad.
I 100% agree. Yep.
And it's possible, I guess, that we just needed to let our opponent have a Swift Sphere or have the bauble, but we probably weren't beating that either. So it's just, a really rough spot. And thank God we didn't wait because he had more seals anyway.
Yep, we're in a very bad spot. Yeah, I think we can pick these up.
Probably, yeah.
Yep.
I think I agree with that.
We're gonna go and pick these up. Save a little bit of time because we're down to 12 minutes. And just hopefully we could just generate a better turn.
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate what we were playing, to be honest. Like, I think, I guess
I might personally trim 2 Ballista because we don't really want to draw that card that much in this matchup.
Yeah,
and I would
that's
bring
true.
the other 2 Heritage Druids in.
Yeah, on the play.
And I think we just want to try and be explosive and have a lot of like mana accelerants and things.
Yeah, Ballista actually seems kind of clunky in this matchup.
It is for sure.
As last game showed us.
Yep. When all our mana dorks are getting blown off the face of the earth with burn spells, it's pretty hard to make Ballista great. So yeah, we'll just be happy with the one of.
All right. Let's go ahead and reveal us a Lurrus, why don't we?
Yep. And we talked about it coming in. The red matchup seemed potentially difficult, and that game really showed us why.
Yep, I agree with you. But we'll see what we can do here.
Well, we have land drops and we have a collected company. I think we're just supposed to keep this hand because it has a collected company.
I think so as well.
Thoughtseize. And yeah, I mean, it can also turn 2 as a Lurrus if we want. It probably won't, but
right.
Something we can do. I think Coco is one of the only ways we're going to beat this deck, so that's kind of why I think we just roll with it.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere where we're going to turn 2 Lords.
So I like the forest.
Yeah.
Yep. These fetch lands probably just getting Overgrown Tombs tapped, so we don't have to take much damage.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
Granted, nothing weird happens here.
Yeah, for sure. I assume for our opponent's Lava Dart or whatever, it's what we're going to see. Okay, Soul Skirmish first. That makes sense. We'll wait on the Lava Dart, so your threat gets prowess. Smart play. Okay. Not a good draw at all.
No,
but
not even a little bit.
It is what it is.
Yep, and then we're just going to ship it.
Yep. The nice thing is it might give our opponent a signal that our hand is super reactive when it isn't. So.
This is true. He did see Fatal Push in the first game.
He saw Fatal Push. He saw Soul Guide Lantern, so he might be thinking we have like both those cards. This is rough. This is going to be play that and then kill our elf.
Yep.
Yep. And yeah, really, really bad for us. But
yep. I like just getting the fetch out of the way. There's no reason to wait.
Yeah, we're not waiting on that. We need to thin the deck so we don't draw more lands, and it's kind of where we're at.
Yep. It's unfortunate, but it isn't like we didn't see it coming.
Yeah, we that was the risk of keeping this hand, but I think the matchup is kind of rough, and I think Collected Company is just super important. So
I agree.
I'd keep it again. All right, that's a really nice draw, actually, because we get to play that, eat that bauble.
Yep. And then play fetch land.
Say go ahead. And yeah, we'll see what he does from
Hopefully
here.
we
But,
just don't die.
yep, for sure.
And then next turn, play company and
Company and hope. Company and
yep,
hope.
company and hope is all we can really do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's gonna be tough.
Yep.
For those at home, know that we might not be receiving another turn.
Yeah, for sure. Manamorpho, super, super good there. Yep.
So thinking back, maybe we should be playing collective brutalities in the sideboard again.
Yeah,
It's hard to really say, It's
I think no matter what, this strategy is just gonna have a hard time against this deck because you're playing. What is that?
Inquisition.
So it's nice he misses at least.
Yeah, look at the positives.
The elf strategy is just inherently kind of weak to cards like Lava Dart. Even more so when the only Lord in your deck is a 1/1 for 2.
Yeah.
So I mean, no matter what we do in our sideboard, it's going to be a somewhat difficult matchup.
Mm-hmm.
And
I have to agree.
you kind of have to. I think maybe the secret to making this matchup good is, like I said in the deck tech, maybe you just have to be white and have to just play 8 pro white cards, like 4 Brent and 4 Corp, and just really, really mean it.
Well, if I'm going to take one, I might as well take
Yeah, you
one
might as well do it while thinning the deck.
Yeah.
And getting a permanent land that won't hurt you.
I'd rather do it now so he don't turn on his light at the stage for him.
Absolutely. Yep.
No reason to go ahead and help our opponent out like that.
Yep, for sure. And there are definitely
we could go elitist of just to not die.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, it's not looking great for us, guys.
Yep, probably dead. But it is what it is. Hard matchup for sure. Yeah, Coin Caller Elite with the Elite trigger on the stack. He can kill the Lord, and then we don't get a 1/1. Yeah, Lava Dart. Yeah, we're dead. We don't get a block, and he's hitting us for 12, I think.
Yeah. We're just gonna go ahead and wrap these up.
Yep, that's enough.
Yeah, we've had enough. So overall, didn't go great. Maybe they weren't supposed to keep that hand. Maybe that was a very silly keep. Who knows? We're very inexperienced at playing this matchup too. This is the first time we've played it, so of course we might not play it perfectly and optimally. Hopefully in the next round we can play a little bit better. We can have a little bit better draws, a little bit of combination of both.
Yeah, it's something to think about too. Like game 1, we shouldn't have won. If our opponent double darts the Lurrus, I don't think we win that game either.
Yeah,
I think the matchup's just kind of rough, and that's just something we kind of have to accept.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this kind of strategy against a Lava Dart deck is just, it's rough.
It's really, very really difficult, tough. And we've accepted that. Maybe we should be retooling the sideboard a little bit better, but that's to be determined.
Yep, we'll learn.
We have a small sample size right now. We still gotta play more games, so
Absolutely.
We'll be able to find out more in the further matches. Nonetheless, we want to thank everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, do hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell if you want to get alerts. That will let you know when we get those new videos out. In addition, check us out on Swish Gaming's website, where you can find articles written by Steven and myself, along with other various members of the team, which will include some great resources such as Decklist and so forth. If you have any questions about this match or any other match we have played, leave a comment below or send us out a tweet. We'll always get back to you when we can. Information for that will be below as well. Again, we do want to thank you for watching. We'll be posting round 3 shortly. Until then, stay safe.